Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of Mining Speculator. I'm here in Vancouver, Canada with CEO Peter Wilson of Maxtech Ventures. We're here at the Metals Investor Forum. Peter, always a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Greg.
Yeah. So all my subscribers know who you are now, and I'm getting the calls, I'm getting the emails. You know, they're starting to buy the stock, and the reason that I picked Maxtech is because what I've been telling everybody in my talks and in my newsletter is that, like at the MIF here, there's a lot of quality companies
Certainly
are invited here. It's a much smaller conference than some of the others, but the newsletter writers screen the people that get in here. And so I always tell people we have a lot of quality exploration, development, royalty plays here at the show. It's a great conference to come to. I always invite everybody to come if they can travel, when they get some time. But what I like about your story that really got my attention is that the geophysics, the airborne mag that was done, and talking with Jim Rogers, who's an experienced veteran in the industry, knows the Red Lake camp, knows what he's looking for. When I saw him get super excited about what he was seeing with those nose folds, and that map he showed me, it looked exactly the same map I saw with Great Bear Resources,
Right.
and when they were first starting out drilling those nose folds and how exciting those areas can get. And so basically on other people's dime, we have a lot of information already. And so that's such a distinguishing characteristic, because with just a few drill holes that's not going to cost a ton of money, we can quickly ascertain whether we're on the right track or not.
Exactly.
And our share price should respond accordingly. We can raise a bunch more money and really put ourselves in the driver's seat to move forward. So I'm very excited about that. And, I think that's coming through in my writing because people are calling me and asking me about it. So,
Okay.
So what are the next steps for Maxtech? We know Jim's already got his priority drill targets already set based on the data he already has, and we're just waiting so we could get in there and actually do that drilling. How deep were we going to go?
150 meters, something like that. The program consists of about 4,000 meters entirely for a budget of about $1 million. But he's going to be able to test the high priority, exciting targets that he likes, that he's been researching for years. He knows the area so well. He knows
Right.
the geology. He knows the nose fold closures, as you mentioned. He knows the intrusions. And that was a lot of what Great Bear success was about,
Right.
in looking for those types of features and drilling them. And we've got a very advanced stage exploration project with Benton had drilled it last year. Every hole, the 8 holes I think they drilled was intersected gold, and so there's gold there. We know that it's in the system. We're on trend with it. We have a great chance at discovering something new, because we all know there is more to find in Red Lake.
Absolutely. No, it's quite exciting. Great Bear has just blown open the understanding, and the interest now at Red Lake has greatly increased, of course. And you've got one of the most exciting projects within that camp based on what I've known about the trend and the mineralization there. So quite exciting. So Jim's going to get up there. He'll probably need to do some clearing, getting the drill pads ready. Any other kind of work that needs to be done ahead of time?
Very little. We know where we're going. He's been researching this. He's been reinterpreting, and he gets more excited about these certain higher priority targets that he's already found. Every day I talk to him, so he's a kid in the candy store.
That's right.
Pretty much, which is great. It's exciting, and it shows that he really enjoys what he's doing. So the rest of the project, but there may be some further sampling and some making a quick look-see at some of the other assets, targets that he has to the north, where the highest grade grain gold counts have been ever found in that area, which are pristine, which means they haven't traveled a lot. So, the gold's coming from somewhere. It's there. He's going to be looking into that if he can. But of course, that may be more of a spring program than the winter.
Yeah, and we have no problems accessing the area in winter. There's plenty of roads there.
It's easier to drill in the winter.
Yeah, it's hard at the surface. You don't have the mud or anything.
Or the
like
lake.
The lake, yeah. So that's good. So and Jim will. I think we've talked about doing a site visit at some point. I'm thinking I'll probably do the site visit when the weather's a little nicer. What do you think?
Well, I think the fishing's better too.
Yeah. Always got to throw a line in there while we're on a site visit there. So.
Yeah, so we'll plan that for the early summer, likely.
Yeah, early summer.
Yeah, and
that sounds good.
And then with the rest of the exploration team, even from Benton's side, they'll help get a whole bunch more people up there, and we'll be able to identify new targets that will help us with the further exploration of the property.
Right. Well, that's great. Anything else you want to cover?
I don't think so. I think we're just got to get busy. Our holidays are done. We're in the midst of a financing right now.
Yep.
And stock's performing well. It's creeping up every day. It's doubled from where it was
Right.
in the last placement.
We're what, 9, 10 cents?
11,
11,
12
11,
today,
12.
I think. So,
Wow.
so we'll get our financing complete here in short order, and get to work and keep looking at opportunities.
No, that's great. Well, Peter, excited.
Thank you very much.
It's going to be a good year.
I'm
I got
looking forward to
a
it.
good feeling about it.